Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth DeRoba. PennDOT hosted a public meeting on Thursday to introduce a proposed project to take place in Hazel Township. The Route 424 Interstate 81 project will upgrade the current Diamond interchange at Route 424 and Interstate 81 exit 141 into a diverging Diamond interchange, or DDI. The DDI would utilize the existing bridges over I-81 to carry the westbound traffic while also requiring 2 new bridges to accommodate the eastbound traffic. Details regarding the project were presented by Transportation Engineering Director Brian St. John, who said the project will help to keep the interchange safe in the future.
I think with this particular project, it should address and handle future traffic development and future traffic demands so that the intersections don't get bad and get unsafe. You know, from a traffic operation standpoint, the interchange that's out there today will not accommodate the future traffic. So my goal would be to come up with something that will address that and make a safer transportation network.
However, St. John said the project is still in the early phases.
So we're at an alternatives stage, working through the different alternative concepts that we might consider. We have a preferred. Once we would get beyond the preferred alternative, we'd move into final design, which would take a couple of years, and then construction would be another 2 or 3 years. So probably construction completion by 2030.
Following the presentation, the public was invited to participate in a Q&A session about the project. Overall, St. John said the feedback was positive, but that there were some questions about the choice of location.
So tonight, a lot of the feedback was, why are we making an improvement here and not at another location? We worked through with the local planning partners and the planning agencies to come up and identify where those funds belong. Was identified at this interchange. So really the feedback we've gotten is that this solution looks good at this location, but they're just wondering why not some other locations that I think they have concerns with. And I think we address those by directing them to the planning process and the regional planning agencies tonight.
Anyone with questions or feedback regarding the project can submit comments through November 30th. Comment forms can be found on PennDOT's website at penndot.pa.gov and emailed to Amy Lawley at amlawley@pa.gov. The Wilkes-Barre City Police Department has announced the deployment of a new bicycle patrol unit. The first 6 police officers in the unit were deployed on November 13th. Officials say the officers on the bicycle patrol unit are fully equipped and trained in the areas of bicycle patrol tactics and operations after completing the IPMBA e-bike training course in Harrisburg. According to officers, the unit will be deployed to target specific crimes and geographic areas such as the downtown business district and city neighborhoods. The unit will also be deployed to help with special events such as parades, festivals, races, and other community events. 6 additional officers are also being trained to join the unit within the next few weeks. A 14-year-old girl from Pottsville has been reported missing. Brody Meyer was last seen on Thursday, November 14th, around 10 o'clock p.m. Meyer is described by police as standing 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 100 pounds, and having brown hair and hazel eyes. Police say she may be carrying a Galaxy-themed backpack. Anyone with information regarding her whereabouts is asked to contact the Pottsville Bureau of Police at 570-628-3792. Coming up on WYLN News, the American Cancer Society announces some exciting prizes for their annual telethon. Plus, the Four Blooms Restaurant and Drums invites the public to do some holiday shopping in support of a local nonprofit. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute and the region's only nationally ranked hospital for orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report. Our team is ranked among the top 20 in the nation and is your unrivaled partner for orthopedic care. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho.
Hi, my name is Russell, and boys out. Tomorrow's world will be bright and sunny out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
It's Winterfest at the Bloomsburg Fair. Enjoy holiday fun for the 2 days after Thanksgiving, Friday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, November 30th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop over 250 craft vendors, including local wineries and distilleries inside 5 fair buildings. Fill your belly with some delicious goodies from a variety of food vendors as you listen to live music. Take a horse-drawn ride around the fairgrounds and get photos with Santa. There's free admission and free parking. Details on the Bloomsburg Fair Facebook page.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. The American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Unit's 46th Annual Telethon, working together in 2024, sweeping cancer out the door, will be held Saturday, November 23rd from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts and broadcast live on WYLN TV 35. Make sure you tune in for all the entertainment and make a pledge. That's the 46th Annual Telethon, live on WYLN TV 35, November 23rd.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The American Cancer Society Telethon is returning to Hazleton on Saturday, November 23rd. The live event will run from 11 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts, located at 212 West Broad Street in Hazleton. We spoke with Publicity Director Pat Korb to learn more about what the event has in store.
We hope you'll join us for entertainment and for some great education about this menace, cancer. We'll meet some wonderful people who are cancer survivors who are actually my favorite members of this telethon because they're my heroes. We also like you to come down and buy some of our wonderful baked goods because we're going to have a lot of those again this year, and also take a bid on the turkey trays.
In addition to the entertainment, Korb said the telethon will also feature some exciting pledge bid items for the public to win.
The first was donated to us by Antonio's Jewelry and Repair, a family-owned jewelry sales and repair business. And they have donated this absolutely gorgeous necklace to us. It's a diamond pear-shaped pendant on an 18-inch white gold chain. The diamond set is pave style, totaling 0.50 CWTW, and the value of this wonderful gift is $1,850. This is an extremely generous donation from the Christmas, and they come through for us every single year. We really appreciate this.
Besides the necklace, the public will also be able to submit pledge bids for 2 sets of golf passes from the Sand Springs Country Club in Drums.
We just love these gifts that we get. They're so awesome, and it shows the generosity of this community. And we know this is a generous community. Times are tough, but we certainly hope that you'll do your best to make a pledge, try these pledge drawings, and we hope we'll see you at the telethon.
To make a pledge, you can call 570-459-1212 from 11 o'clock a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, November 23rd. Individuals are limited to 1 pledge per item, and all pledges must be $100 or more. Winners will be drawn at 10 o'clock p.m. Proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. The telethon will be broadcast live on WYLN and streamed onto the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel. The Four Blooms restaurant in Drums will soon be hosting a holiday shopping event to benefit a local nonprofit organization. The 8th annual Holiday Delight Shopping Night will take place on Thursday, December 5th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event will feature a wide variety of crafters and vendors, and admission is free. Proceeds from the event will benefit Community Services for Sight, a nonprofit organization based out of Sugarloaf that seeks to prevent blindness and support the visually impaired in Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties. The Four Blooms restaurant is located at 668 North Hunter Highway in Drums. Coming up on Hazelton's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Ashland Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Penn State Hazelton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
It's Winterfest at the Bloomsburg Fair. Enjoy holiday fun the 2 days after Thanksgiving. Friday, November 29th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday, November 30th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop over 250 craft vendors, including local wineries and distilleries inside 5 fair buildings. Meet Santa, who arrives Friday night via the Seven Mountains Media Parade of Lights that ends at the fairgrounds. See a puppet show, enjoy the chili contest, participate in the Fa La La 5K while you enjoy live entertainment, free admission, and free parking. Details on the Bloomsburg Fair Facebook page.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazelton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
In the early 1800s, little thought was given to the northwest corner of Schuylkill County, which was dense wilderness. Indeed, for many years, the only tangible business in this area was Jacob Rodenberger's Log Cabin Hotel, which served travelers on the Center Turnpike running between Reading and Sunbury. One prominent Schuylkill County resident, however, thought there could be more to the area. Bird S. Patterson was convinced that there were major coal deposits underground in the region, and despite derision that only a fool would buy up seemingly worthless land, purchased 400 acres of land, along with partners John Brock and James Hart, in 1845. A year later, they tested their theory, sending out a scouting party under the leadership of experienced miner Patrick Devine to develop coal seams in the area. Sure enough, coal was found in large amounts, and the following year, 1847, surveyors started laying out a village on the site. For the new community's name, its fathers looked to prominent Kentucky Senator Henry Clay, whose strong support of tariffs and foreign iron had led to increased coal use for domestic iron production. Clay, who had run unsuccessfully for president 3 times and served as Secretary of State under John Quincy Adams, lived at an estate called Ashland, and so, in honor of his contributions to the coal industry, the new town became Ashland. At first, the newly named Ashland grew slowly due to delays in operation of the local Mine Hill and Schuylkill Haven Railway Company. Originally founded in 1828 and utilizing animal power for its trains at first, the railroad by 1846 planned on building an extension to the Ashland area. Due to cost overruns and issues with route designs, though, the line was not completed until 1864. That same year, the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad leased control of the Mine Hill and Schuylkill Haven and would eventually absorb it fully into its system. The P&R built a station on South Railroad Street in 1867, and it would serve Ashland for many decades thereafter. The Lehigh Valley Railroad's tracks would also reach Ashland in due time. Its station on East Center Street would open to travelers in 1879. Meanwhile, Ashland's first post office was built in 1853, and the first church, built for a Methodist congregation, opened its doors in 1855. By 1857, enough people lived in the community for it to separate from the surrounding Butler Township and incorporate as a borough. The coal industry ramped up as well, beginning with the opening of a colliery built by Bancroft, Lewis and Company in 1853. It earned its more lasting name of the Pioneer Colliery the following September, when it shipped its first load of coal by rail, and made national news in 1863 when it was connected to the neighboring Tunnel Colliery via a tunnel some 600 feet underground. It would continue operating until the late 19th century. By the 1870s, the unrest in the coal region that would give birth to the Molly Maguires reached the Ashland area. Neighboring Girardville would be cited as a hotbed for Molly activity, for that was where Jack Kehoe, labeled by some newspapers as the King of the Mollies, operated his Hibernian House Tavern there. Kehoe, remembering the hardships his former mining colleagues had experienced in the mines, fought hard for miners' rights, a campaign that infuriated the coal operators. Kehoe would eventually be convicted of the murder of mine foreman Frank Langdon in a trial that did not afford him a proper chance to defend himself, and he was hanged in 1878. He would eventually be given a posthumous pardon by Governor Milton Shapp in 1979. Kehoe's great-grandson still runs the Hibernian House today. On the other side of Ashland, near the village of Centralia, alleged Molly activity would take a deadly turn on October 17, 1868. Alexander Ray, a prominent mine superintendent who was one of the founders of Centralia, originally called Centerville, was traveling towards Mount Carmel when he stopped to water his horse at a roadside trough. It was then that several men set upon him, believing he was carrying his company's payroll. When they did not find it, they murdered him and stole his watch and pocketbook. 4 men would be arrested for the crime, but avoided conviction in an 1869 trial. They would be tried again in 1877, and 3 of them, Patrick Hester, Peter McHugh, and Patrick Tully, would be convicted this time and subsequently hanged in Bloomsburg. Shortly afterwards, the legend goes, Centralia's father Daniel McDermott, who had preached against the Molly's supposed crimes from the pulpit, is said to have placed a curse on the town, allegedly declaring that the day would come when St. Ignatius Roman Catholic Church would be the only structure remaining in Centralia.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rayner. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm joined today with Luzerne County Manager Romelda Crocomo. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. So obviously for the voters, the election has come to a close, but
Correct.
at the county, not quite.
Not so much. The election board is still reviewing provisional ballots, and there's going to be a recount as well. So we're still in full swing. But we got through really the most difficult part. We did really well. I'm very proud of Emily Cook and her team for really just having a really, really fair, free, and safe election.
So the recount, is that mostly just the Casey McCormick race?
Correct, that's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
So we have to do it, all the counties have to do it, and we're ready and prepared to do it. I believe that will start on Wednesday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And moving on to, you had a big announcement with the budget this week.
Correct.
You want to share with our viewers?
Correct. I'm very happy to say this. Usually, for the last years that I can remember, and most people can remember, the county has to take out what's called a tax anticipation note. And what that means is we borrow money to get us through January, February, and March before all the tax revenue comes in. And of course, we have to pay interest on that. And this year we don't need to ask for that, which means we could be saving up to $400,000 in interest payments. And it really shows that the county is headed in the right direction, and we're really trying to rein in all expenditures that we don't need, and that's one of them. So that, to me, it was one of the best announcements that I've made since I became the county manager.
And I think we've discussed it before already on the show, but 0% tax increase this year as well?
That's the budget that we gave to county council. I don't think county council is going to have a tax increase. We gave a very straightforward, lean budget. There may be some amendments, but no tax increase.
So what does the timeline look like for the budget going forward from here?
They'll be voting on that on the first meeting in December.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're still doing the budget hearings, which means that the division and the departments go into council, and council's able to ask them questions.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking of December, Christmas is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said the tree is on its way.
The tree is arriving today, Monday, and we're very excited about that. And we will have the tree lighting ceremony on December 2nd at 5 o'clock. We will have Walter Griffith and his barbershop quartet. We will have one of the high schools performing, and of course, Santa will arrive. So that's my favorite time of the year. The courthouse is beautiful. It's beautiful all the time, but with the tree and the lights and the decorations, it's even more beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know we usually cover that event on the news, and it's always a good time. Definitely recommend.
Absolutely. Come up. Take the drive up to Wilkes-Barre. It's not that far, and you'll have a good evening.
Sounds good. Anything else you want to discuss this week?
We're tying up a lot of matters at the end of the year. We're still working very hard every day. We have a lot of plans for 2025. Improvements, bridge maintenance, road maintenance, and we're updating our website. So I'll be giving a State of the County report in the middle of December, which will highlight what we've done during the year and where we're going in 2025.
Sounds good. Lots to look forward to as the year comes to a close. That does it for this week's segment of Kokomo's County Report. We'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.